I'm Bob McKinney with the Iowa Onsite Wastewater Association and River Onsite Septic Solutions. Today we're going to talk about operation and maintenance of septic tanks and the pump stations along with control panels and pumps. In this situation, from the building we have the sewer, the clean out at the beginning of the house, coming into the first compartment of the septic tank, to the second compartment of the septic tank, and then the third compartment would actually be the pump station, which we'll talk about later on in this video. Then from the pump station, it runs up to the Elgin sand filter, which is pumped into a distribution box and then gravity fed through the Elgin sand system. For the tools you need to check your septic system, you'll need a sludge judge, a screwdriver, a drill driver, or pliers and a screwdriver, a garden hose to clean the effluent filter, some rubber gloves for sanitation purposes, and some hand cleanser after you're done. We come up to the systems and smell for odors, check the risers to make sure they're accessible, and see if there's any backup or overflow onto the ground. First thing we're going to do is throw our gloves on for sanitary purposes. Then start removing the lids. Go to the second compartment. What we're looking for is the water level and water tightness of the risers. As you can see, we have a seam right here. We can look around to make sure that there's no water intruding into it or any roots. Make sure the water level is at the right area. Check and see if it's ever backed up and went over the inlet tee. What we're going to do is sludge judge the tank now to see if it needs pumped or not, to figure out the scum layer, the clear zone, and the solids in the bottom. What we'll do is go down to the bottom of the tank, collect it. In this situation, we'll see that we have a scum layer of about 2 to 3 inches. We got a real nice clear zone of almost 3 feet and about 8 inches of solids in the bottom of this. In order to determine if the tank needs pumped or not, we need to know the depth of the water, the percentage of the clear zone that's in there. You have to have at least 30% or more clear zone before the tank needs pumped. So in this situation, we have approximately 8 inches of solids and 2 or 3 inches of scum layer. Puts us at 1 foot. So if you figure it out, we have way over 30% of clear zone, so this system doesn't need pumped. One of the things you need to keep in mind is, why isn't there that much solids in it? You need to know how old the tank is, when was the last time it was serviced or pumped, and that will make a lot of difference on how you're going to determine when to pump it. On our next step, we're going to go to the second compartment. We're going to sludge judge it. We're going to visually inspect it to make sure we have the same non-infiltration, any root intrusion, anything of that sort. So what we'll do is we'll just drop sludge judge down. And check and see how much solids we have on the second compartment. In this situation, we have a nice clear zone, clear to the bottom. We have no solids. Now what we'll do is we'll discharge the sludge judge. Make sure we don't trash the yard. We're going to pull the effluent filter, check it. And in this situation, look and see if what we have on there, see what we have as far as blockage or anything like that. In this situation, it's really pretty clean. We're going to go take it to the first compartment and wash it off. Now we'll go back and install it back into the outlet tee. Make sure it locks in. At this point, we're going to put the lids back on and we're going to make our notes, but in order to keep safety in case you're in a residential area with kids, you want to make sure your lids are secure and locked on. When installing the lids, make sure you're using the manufacturer's screws. Try to always use stainless steel screws in all septic components. You got the stainless steel screw from the manufacturer, from the hardware store, and a deck screw. The deck screw and the hardware store screw will rust, and eventually you will not be able to get them out. After filling out the notes, locking and securing the lids, and making sure the area is cleaned up, this will conclude our operation and maintenance of the septic tank.